Hey, Clara.
Just say when. Okay, good day, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world and where you're watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Home Ownership Changed My Life. My name is Clara Lyons Devon. I am the broker owner of Lyons Realty, and I'm going to be your anchor for today. We're just so happy that you joined us this afternoon. If you're not familiar, the National Association of Real Estate Brokers has a mandate, and our mandate is to increase the number of African American homeowners, uh, the percentage of our African American homeowners. We also have a mandate to engage
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Claire, we lost you.
Okay. All right.
So take a minute and introduce, I'll introduce Miss Darlene. Darlene Meekins is president of the Philadelphia chapter of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. And she has a special guest today with us, but I'll let Sasha and Kiana talk about that. Kiana, unmute your mic, please.
Mom, I need the thing. It's over. What other chargers are?
Which Hi, thank you for joining us. Good morning for me. I'm on the West Coast in California. So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, so we do have Khadijah Smith and her baby, so precious. And her realtist is Darlene Meekins and Miss Kiana.
Hello, all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Sasha. You look so beautiful there to be in the morning time. We're here in Columbus, Ohio. And we want to definitely welcome Khadijah Smith and her new baby here. And how are you today, Khadijah?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Well, thank you.
That's awesome. Congratulations on being a new mom.
Thank you. This is actually my second baby. So, yes, my other one is 9 years old. So, I've been around a little bit.
Okay, well, then let's get started. And, just go ahead and tell us how old you are, where you live, and kind of what made you want to purchase a home.
Okay. Well, I'm 26 years old. I purchased my home when I was 24. We live in Levittown, Pennsylvania. And basically, we just realized that apartment living really wasn't for us. Just a lack of privacy. I worked 12 hours overnight, so I'd wake up and like maintenance would be in my home. And, we were really just wanted the freedom of having our own home and being able to raise our children in our own home.
And I can say a little bit about Khadijah. Their family is a little humble, but I had talked to them about home ownership. So her and her husband were dating, and they are millennials. They're young. She had her daughter. But the thing that was exciting as far as them being a younger couple and millennials, they were savers. So they actually saved, and I know we talk about the house, then the car, but they needed some cars. They made the car purchase, they had rented, but I had also been talking to them about home ownership. So by the time that they were ready, they had saved enough money, they had the cash, and they were able to purchase with ease. So all of the conversations that we had prior to, they worked toward those goals and had accomplished that. So I was quite proud of them, and the new little one. So truly, as a millennial, you see people in different walks of life. So this happens to be a couple who also got married, who also has had a baby and a house. But just wanted to throw that in there for the millennials that are listening that have a child and think that it's not possible. It is possible to have the house, then the car, and the children.
That's the thing that, they don't understand, that, you want to understand about home ownership and the stability that it provides for generational wealth. It helps you put your children through college, and when your children get ready to purchase homes, maybe you can gift some down payment money to them, so you're building on top of that generational wealth. So that's awesome. And it sounds like you guys you've been working with them for quite a while. So you've built a relationship, and as realtors, that's sounds like that's what we do. So talk about how you originally met and possibly continue to foster that relationship.
So actually, she is a relative. She has married my husband's nephew. And they know that I'm a realtor and a realtist. And I actually have a number of other family members in line that are preparing to buy homes, but they are a great example for the family because they work toward it, taking step by step. They're responsible, they pay their bills, and they could see the significance of home ownership. With being able to have your own place, call home, especially for your children, and just to be comfortable and having your own humble abode to come home to.
Yeah. Khadijah, what would you say was the most challenging thing about the process?
Can you turn up your mic, Claire?
Mr. Mountain did call me to share this with you guys.
Okay, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Claire is muted. Well, Khadijah. Khadijah, how did you prepare yourself for home ownership?
Well, we basically, she said, we basically just started putting money aside. Like every paycheck, we were like, we're gonna set out this amount of money towards our goal. Basically, our goal at that time was to be in a home, and basically that's how we did that.
Nice. She's so precious. Okay. So did you have to put down a down payment? I think I might have missed that part. Was there a down payment that needed to be?
I think we had to put a small amount, but mostly we had got the cost covered through the sellers, actually.
Oh, okay. You use the sellers. That's nice.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that, Darlene.
Sure. So I, as a realtor, care about my people, and I'm always searching for money.
Yes.
And making folks aware of that, and also just negotiating where I can to get some seller assist. As I said, they had saved funds, but whatever I could get from the seller could be utilized. It would be less out of their pockets and more that they could use toward their home. However, as I said, her and her husband, they were great savers. She worked a lot of extra hours because they were very serious about saving the money and getting a home, along with her husband, the same thing. They're very hard workers. However, they do have fun, so they try to balance it. Even though she's had a new baby, they still do date night, which I think is real cute. Yeah.
It's important.
And the other thing, as I said, I'm all in. One of the other things we did to get them in a little sooner was I had a conversation with their apartment complex, and we were able to do like a month in advance for you a little earlier and get into a home. And her daughter, Tanea, is very well taken care of. I wish I was Tanea because it's all about fun. I mean, she still has to get her schoolwork, but they have the best time. They go on the best trips. So they're still going on vacations as well. So they really balance their life well. And I had said it would only be appropriate that she would live on Jolly Lane because her daughter is always happy, always juvenile, lots of energy, and just happy. Every time I see her, she's just happy. So it's appropriate for them to live on Jolly Lane.
And you know, that's important for people to know, though. You think that you need 20% down to purchase a home, and that is not, I mean, there are options to do that, you know, to reduce your payment, but 3 to 5%, and we can get you into a home and with seller assistance. I mean, it's definitely possible. So $200,000, $6,000 or so, you can save some of that and get some help. So it's not impossible. You worked hard to set yourself up for it, and that's another thing that's important.
And the other thing is too, a lot of counties or cities have first-time homebuyer grants. I know in the county here, it's about $10,000. In Philadelphia, they had a $10,000 grant. There's also First Front Door, which is at like $5,000. Not only that, we have Bank of America that has special programs where you can get up to like $17,500. So where's the money? It's out there. We just have to search and look for it.
Yeah.
It definitely is. So Khadijah, is your payment now as a homeowner less or more than when you were renting?
It's a little bit more, but not by much. That's another reason we were like, it's really time to get in a home, because the amount you're paying in rent is pretty much the same amount you can pay in a mortgage. And it's like, why am I just basically throwing away money? Because at the end of the day, you know, this isn't mine. So it's not really that much more.
And not only that, remember, you'll have the tax write-off at the end of the year. So either you get that money at the end of the year, or you put it in and get more money back from your withholdings during the year. So those are all things to consider. I have another millennial that I had worked with that purchased back in December. And we actually found her a home, and her payment is either $100 or $150 less than what she was paying in rent.
A lot of times it is less, and I think that's something that people are not thinking about all the time. That your home payment is going to be close, sometimes less, sometimes a little bit more, and as Darlene said, you get that money back, and it's just an investment, and you know, it's yours, so you can paint it. You know, no one's telling you what to do on the inside and when you can do it and how you can do it. So you have more control over the property as well. Yeah. So is there some... Go ahead, Sasha.
No, I was going to ask, what advice would Khadijah give any millennial buyers or people thinking about buying soon?
Advice I'd give, I would say, don't be afraid. I think the first thing people think is, I can't afford a home. And once you sit out and really do a budget and see how much you're paying in rent or your other living situations, you realize that you could probably either be saving or paying just about the same amount to own your own home and have that investment, you know, to maybe even pass on to your children, or like you said, help them through school, things like that.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So if you had it to do all over again, is there anything that stands out about the experience?
I would say for us, we were so like gung-ho basically to get out of our apartment, maybe to take more time just to see what, you know, is available and not to just jump at the first things that you see. But other than that, our process went very smoothly. We had a great realtor, and I think it's something that millennials should really look into doing. Home ownership is definitely the way.
How'd you like your ride to the closing?
It was amazing in the limo. Felt like $1,000,000.
So at Realty Mart, we can send the limo for you for your closings. Oh, that was pretty cool.
That's cute.
Indeed. Well, Darlene, we know that you're a phenomenal real estate professional. And as Darlene said, she is a realtist. And realtist means that she's a member of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. And realtists have a tool belt that has more tools in it than most real estate professionals. So all of the down payment assistance programs that Darlene spoke about are based on her relationship with being in conversation and getting information from the NAREB, NAREB trade organization. And you can also go to the House Then the Car website. There are quite a few tools there. If you want to know about down payment assistance programs that are in your area, you can go to the website. There is a link there. You can put in the address of the property or your zip code, and it will tell you down payment assistance programs in your area that are available to you. There are other resources as well for if you don't know your FICO score, your credit score. You can do, it's called a FICO estimator. That's on the houseinthecar.com website, and you can get that information as well. So lots of resources on the website, lots of things for not just millennials, but anyone looking to purchase a home can go and get information about how to move forward in the process so that home ownership can change your life. So any closing remarks, Lady Sasha, Kiana, Miss Khadijah?
I'll say that locally, the Philadelphia Metropolitan Board of Realtors, we also have a website, and that site is Philly, that's PHILLY, M as in members, B as in business, R as in relationships.org or .com. So you can also go to that website along with NAREB.com, which is our national website. And we're always running, including Claire in New Jersey, running virtual workshops and series to talk about home ownership and pertinent information for homeowners.
Indeed, indeed.
Yes.
Miss Sasha?
Yes. Well, I just love House in the Car website. I use it myself. I send all the information out to my buyers and sellers in case they're thinking about selling and want to buy something else in the area. So not enough people know about the down payment assistance resources that we have in the area. So that's actually a really good tool.
Kiana?
Yeah, finally, the only thing that I want to add, and thank you, Khadijah, for joining us, Darlene. This definitely shows the relationship that realtors have. It is it's only one part of the NAREB 8 with the House in the Car. So I'm pretty sure they'll be talking about insurance and Rosie and a couple of other things to get it on with that for their families. But home ownership is just so important. You can't pass down an apartment, but you can pass down an apartment building. So those are the things that you want to start thinking about. And we want to continue, keep this ball rolling for the House in the Car. Definitely find an ambassador on the House in the Car website. If you want to have a realtist take the same time and care through this transaction to get you to the closing table, then you want to visit that website and find an ambassador that's been trained and certified in working with you and how to get you there. So that's my final pitch for the House in the Car. I'm really excited to be a part of this team so that we can continue to talk to the millennials and figure out what we can do to get this home ownership up.
Indeed. And Ms. Khadijah, do you have any closing remarks for us?
Yeah, I just want to encourage anyone who would like or is interested in purchasing a home to reach out. You know, the best thing you can invest in is yourself. So I think it's a wonderful idea to get out there and own homes.
Well said.
I was just thinking maybe we should speak to the home ownership rate. For African Americans, it has gone up. I believe we're at 44% compared to Caucasian Americans who are at 74%, I believe. So as you can see, there's a 30% gap there. And what people don't realize is 90% of the wealth for African Americans is contained in the home. So
actually, that's for all Americans.
Yeah,
that's for all Americans. Yeah.
So if most of our wealth is contained in a home, then we should be landowners. And landowners gives you pride in your home, but it also gives you a voice in your community. So I would encourage people to become homeowners, and if possible, home investors. Because it will appreciate, and that's how a lot of wealth was built in the US. So it's something to think about, something to shoot for, and I know that you can do it. It's not, it's a when and not if. Just when are you going to become a homeowner? We're waiting.
Indeed.
We're waiting.
Indeed. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Darlene, Sasha, Kiana, Khadijah. Really, really inspiring words and good words of advice to those of you who are listening. Home ownership can indeed change your life. It's an investment, whether it's for you to live in or if you're doing it for someone else. It's probably one of the best investments that you can make. So we want to encourage everyone to go to the House in the Car website and get the tools and the resources that are there to help you with the home ownership process. And also join us again. We're here, House in the Car, every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. What is that, California, Ohio time? I don't know. 3 hours earlier. Well, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 2 o'clock next week. We will be back here for the House in the Car, and we invite each of you to join us to get information about how homeownership can change your life, and also on the different initiatives that the National Association of Real Estate Brokers has going on. So with that, we want to say thank you. Thank you, Ms. Khadijah, Darlene. Appreciate you for bringing your client on and for being a phenomenal realtist.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I enjoy it.
Indeed. And Sasha and Kiana, thank you so much.
Thank you, lady.
Thank you.
So we're signing out. Bye.